Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new video for you all today. So today I bring you, as you can see on screen, originally it was supposed to be 10,000 Nechryaels, but this is actually just 5,000 Nechryaels. You know, instead of doing the full 10,000 at the Canifus Slayer Tower, I thought to myself, why not do 5,000 here and then do a comparison video of 5,000 Nechryaels in the Catacombs. So yeah, don't mind all the 5,000 edits there. It was pretty annoying to do that, but I'm not known as the best editor, so don't mind that too much. Now, this 5,000 Nechryael video was done on the Iron Man account this time, and during this video you actually will see me get my second 99 ever on this account all through the years that I have been using it. I rarely ever do use this account for loot videos, and the only reason for that is because it's really hard to keep track of loot when your bank is so full like mine is. So most of the loot videos, as you guys have seen throughout the past few months, I try to just do in one inventory, which means I bank very minimally, and most of the things that I get just kind of stack up over time, and it really does look good at the end, and it's really tracked accurately because of that. Now, there is one slight difference between this 5,000 Nechryael video and the 10,000 Aberrant Spectres that I did on this account just about a month ago, and that is that I did not do any clue scrolls during the making of this video, but I did do them in the previous one. So yeah, don't mind that too much. It was really just all the seeds that were stacking up over time, and I would always get these wilderness steps, so it just seemed to be not worth the risk to bring all that in the wild. Plus, this video was really just done all AFK. You know, for the first half, I was trying to use a whip and try to get at least 100 kills per hour, you know, occasionally using a superset and just leaving preserve on until my prayer hit 0. But soon after the halfway point, you know, while I was working on videos on the main and also another alt of mine, it just got to be too much, so I just pretty much stuck with just a Guthun setup, just using the spear the whole entire time. And obviously we weren't on Slayer tasks, didn't get any Slayer XP throughout this video, so just using the set of Guthuns was pretty good if you're gonna just do with an AFK setup. I did similar thing in the Gargoyle video. This way, even if you don't have a Ceradome and Godsword, which I don't have on this account, you can pretty much always stay very high HP. The only downside though is that a lot of the coins that I did make using a Ring of Wealth throughout this video, because Nechryaels drop a ton of GP, as you will see at the price check. A percentage of that did go to armor repairs to good old Bob in Lumbridge, and every time I did repair my armor, I did get it on video, so you guys will get a general idea of how much you're going to be spending if you don't have your own custom armor repair setup in your player-owned house. At this point in the video, you know, pretty early on, we were at 1,000 kills overall, and we have just about 3.2 mil cash just from that. That cash is going to come in handy for things like construction and all that in the future. And yeah, as I mentioned before, you know, we were going to be getting 99 strength, even on shared XP, you know, killing 5,000 Nechryaels, the XP certainly does add up over time. Now, as it goes for the banking and the bank tab in general, I really only bank just a few items, and that would be all of the rune boots, which is definitely the #1 thing that Nechryaels are known for. Those used to be the best in slot boots before dragon boots came along, and in general, you know, these Nechryaels have been in the game since January 26th, 2005. Quite a long time, so yeah, shout out to the originality of this monster, and always the rune boots that I used to see back in the day. Brings back some good memories. But yeah, overall, you know, banking was really just the keys, you know, loop and tooth keys, also keeping track of the ones that I had prior to this video. I did have all of these items in the bank, as I mentioned before. I rarely ever alch or drop anything on this account. It's really just all been collected since day one. And of course, you know, you do need a gem bag if you're going to be killing these Nechryaels. They do tend to drop a lot of gems, so I did stack up all of those from start to finish. Makes for some decent crafting XP. As it goes for the runes, you know, they do drop Death, Law, Chaos, and Blood, so really all the runes that you want to see. Unfortunately, no nature runes, but all those other runes are very, very useful, especially on an Iron Man account. And I did want to start this video with just about 2,000 alchs, so the reason I brought that rune pouch, even though you can put the runes that you receive from these Nechryaels in there, save some inventory space, you know, less banking over time, I just wanted to use the rune pouch for alchs, and anytime I would get, you know, a rune full helm, a rune plate legs, addy item, all of that would be alched, and all of the coins that I picked up would just combine with the alchs, and really made for a huge cash stack. Now, the key thing that I don't have, that I hope all of you have by now, you know, as far as we are into this loot series, I should have it too, shame on me, but that would be the seed box. You know, I'm pretty unfamiliar with the seed box in general, but all I do know is that it stores quite a lot of seeds, and as you can see in this inventory, had we had it, it would be much, much better. Just a shout out to the seed box if you do kill Nechryaels for a long-term grind, or even if you just have a simple Slayer task of them. Definitely definitely bring that seed box. You'll save a ton of inventory space. You don't need a herb sack or anything like that here. They don't drop any herbs that I know of, so don't worry too much about that. Also, a neat little side note is every time that I would teleport to Lumbridge when I finished up an inventory, like I'd have a full inventory of rune boots or key halves or something, I would always use the altar right next to Bob, and before I would repair my armor, I would just get all of my prayer points back right away, you know? Never spent anything on prayer, potion-wise or anything like that, and then I would just bank underneath Lumbridge, you know, bring out a superset, and just teleport right back to the Slayer Cave. Using that preserve prayer if you are full prayer points, and you are using a superset, as I was trying to do at least every now and again if I remembered, it will definitely speed up your kills per hour. And if you're using a slow setup like full Guthans, just prodding it, your kills per hour are going to be very slow, especially if you're on 3 accounts or 2 accounts, whatever I was doing, depending on the day. The attention span just gets worse and worse over time. So yeah, the kills per hour can be as low as, I don't even know, 40 to 50. If you're using a whip, it can be upwards of 100. Obviously, if you're using much better gear than I was, because I didn't really have a lot of strength bonus for this video, your kills per hour will be dramatically quicker. I'm sure we all know that if you do kill these in the catacombs of Kourend, they're stackable, it's multi, you get much better alchables, all these things, and you can get much faster kills per hour there as well. But again, this was all done off task, all in the Canifus Slayer Tower. Truly a very nostalgic place for Slayer from, you know, day 1 of this game till the last day of this game, hopefully never, of course. But yeah, in general, you know, it was a nice place to be, and really did enjoy this video. You know, it was very laid back. It does give me a big reminder of gargoyles as it pertains to the drop table and just the AFK feeling that you get in this room, of course, using this gear. Very similar setup. You know, you certainly don't see a lot of Nechryael alts. You know, you'll always see someone killing gargoyles or even abbey demons or wyverns, but you don't see too many main accounts just kind of using Nechryaels to profit. I'm not too sure why this is. Maybe it's because the requirement for this monster is 80 Slayer, and most people just don't have that on a second account. But nevertheless, you know, don't count out the Nechryael. I think the only downside that I can think of with the Nechryael is just the fact that it's pretty far to get to in the Slayer Tower, so those shortcuts that you can access really do help you get here pretty fast. And of course, the death spawn that does kind of spawn after you kill a Nechryael, just kind of annoying, you know, damages you a little bit, but you never have to kill it or anything. And as mentioned before in the very start of the video, this is 99 strength. Didn't even get it on live recording. Unfortunately, was live streaming, I think, Crazy Archaeologist at this point on my main. But yeah, like, I can't stress that enough. This account's really just AFK almost all the time. I couldn't even get my second 99 on a live recording, so that was pretty upsetting. I do apologize about that. You'll also see that clip in the upcoming Iron Man progress video. But yeah, overall, that was pretty awesome to get. I did buy the strength cape later on, and you will see that shortly. Now, one drop that I did get twice throughout this video was the dragon shield left half, which I did not have on this account. The wiki will be in the description below if you want to get any clarification on Nechryaels in general. Also did manage to get a dragon stone, which is about 1 in 7,400. Not too sure if the Ring of Wealth has an effect on that, but yeah, we did get a few uncommon rares for sure. Other than that, you know, just the normal drops were stacking up. Got quite a bit of rune boots throughout the making of this video. It's a 1 in 116 drop, and as I mentioned before, it is the most nostalgic drop from this monster. I remember when 07 first came back, and those who grinded Slayer at the very start did make the most money at the very start, from things like rune boots, granite mauls, and dark bows, and especially the whips. So yeah, Slayer's always been a big part of this game. It always will be, and same with all the monsters that come with it. Sometimes when we were repairing all of the armor, the Guthans, etc., it would be up to 330k. If we did leave it down to 25% degrade, it did cost a decent amount with the overall cash stack, even coming up over 10 mil at one point, reaching 11 at the very end. Definitely a couple mil was spent just on armor repairs. So it is important to build that armor stand in your house, save some money on repairs if you can. And with all of that being said, and all that armor being repaired from start to finish, here we are with loot from 5,000 Nechryaels complete, and I must say it did take a lot longer than I wanted it to. Looking back now, I definitely should have just stuck with the whip and the defender. I would have had twice the amount of kills per hour, you know, using Guthans and just the high defense on these things. They are 105 defense after all. It did take quite a long time to kill all these, so yeah, I'm glad I didn't do 10,000. I think the comparison 5,000 in the catacombs and 5,000 in the Slayer Tower will make for a decent video. And overall, let's just go ahead and get into the price check, see how much money and see how many supplies we got from 5,000 Nechryaels. As I mentioned before, we did have a lot of these items already in the bank, so I just took the exact amount that we did get, which was overall 25 rune boots, 4 spears, 7 square shields, and just about 10 of each key, as well as 2 shield left halves and 2 dragon stones. Got about a solid 750k from the first price check, and now the second price check. This is all of the seeds that you can expect to get from Nechryaels, as well as everything else. Can't forget about the potato cactus as well as the snape grass seed. You won't see those too often, but they do come in handy when you get them. And of course all the soft clay, the blood, chaos, death, and law runes, and 11.5 mil cash overall. Just in this price check you're looking at 20.1 mil. We go ahead and we add that to the 750k in alks, and we do get just about 20.8 mil from 5,000 Slayer Tower Nechryael. Money spent on repairs is anywhere from, I said 1 to 1.2 mil in the video. I would actually round that up to over 2 mil. Was hard to keep track of, but for the most part I did get most of the fixing on video. And since this is an Iron Man account, all of these seeds will help me a ton for farming, a ton for herblore, and really just looking forward to all the XP that is going to come from this video, as well as the Aber Inspector video. Will definitely speed up my goal to get a max cape on this account, hopefully in the next year. And yeah, in general, really do think Nechryaels are worth checking out. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about the drops, or if you want anything answered, feel free to leave it in a question or a comment below. I will definitely make sure that I answer anything. I know I didn't really get too in depth with the details in this video, just kind of rambled for a while, but if you guys need anything answered about Nechryaels or anything related to, you know, an Iron Man build here, let me know. I will try my best to respond to every comment. And with all that being said, thank you very much for watching the video, guys. I do appreciate all of your support lately, and I will see you in a few days with an Iron Man bank video, and then hopefully after that 1000 forecast. Till next time, guys, Mr. No Sleep out.